bless America.
Gotta let you know what's up.
God bless America.
Are you asleep or are you up?
God bless America.
Trying to hit you with the news.
God bless America.
Don't be no dummy, you're a fool.
What up, y'all? This is Papa Z, man, and I'm back with another video. Man, it's getting wild out here, man. It's getting wild. If y'all don't know, man, New York, they pulled over a guy who had a lot of weapons in his car. It seems like, well, they're saying it probably was a potential terrorist attack plot. The man had an arsenal of weapons, knives, pistols, magazines, bullets. He even had an axe, man, and it has something sketched in the axe in Arabic, and it says something about God, please forgive me.
The suspect has been identified as Judd Sanson. The 27-year-old is not facing terrorism-related charges, at least not yet, as they investigate the possible motive or intent. Sanson is facing criminal weapons possession charges and for having an obscured license plate. Police say at 1:30 in the morning yesterday, 4 NYPD officers patrolling in Queens, New York, spotted a black Ford Explorer with a blacked-out license plate. The officers pulled the car over and inside discovered a disturbing cache of weapons and indications of a possible terror attack plot. Sanson was traveling with a V for Vendetta mask. That's an anti-government symbol. NYPD uniform items, including handcuffs and a bulletproof vest, an orange MTA reflective vest, a uniform worn by employees that work in the city's subway system. In addition to finding all of those weapons, the loaded 9mm handgun, the 9 loaded magazines, knives, a stun gun. The New York Post reports Sanson, who has been living in his car and used drugs, shared extreme jihadist views online. Police finding ominous messages etched into a baton found in the car that read, "You left me no choice, I am sorry," and a message in Arabic that read, "God forgive me."
Now, we've been warned several times.
We've seen the threat from foreign terrorists rise to a whole nother level. On top of that, increasingly concerning is the potential for a coordinated attack here in the homeland, not unlike the ISIS-K attack we saw at the Russia concert hall back in March.
And this open border, it's just allowing whoever in here, man. The other day, they arrested 8 ISIS terrorist fighters in our major cities, California, New York, you know, basically the sanctuary states, their cities. And they're, you know, hiding in those sanctuary states or cities because ICE can't do anything about it. You know, the police, they can do what they do, but ICE is restricted from doing anything to them.
Now?
But here at home, a group of ISIS-linked terror suspects were just arrested in 3 of America's biggest cities after walking right into our country across our southern border. Lucas Tomlinson is live with the breaking details. Lucas, what do we know?
Well, good morning, Carly and Todd. Not only did those 8 terror suspects enter the United States illegally through the southern border, they apparently received, quote, full vetting, according to our own Bill Malushin. The suspects are from Tajikistan, a landlocked country in Central Asia. It borders Afghanistan to the south and China to the east. Recall the main suspects in the terrorist attack on the concert hall in Moscow that killed 145 people back in March were also from Tajikistan. The FBI and DHS said in a statement to Fox, quote, "The individuals arrested are detained in ICE custody pending removal proceedings. As the FBI and DHS have recently described in public and partner bulletins, the U.S. has been in a heightened threat environment. The FBI and DHS will continue working around the clock with our partners to identify, investigate, and disrupt potential threats to national security." The suspected terrorists were arrested in Los Angeles and across the country in New York and Philadelphia in recent days. FBI Director Christopher Wray warned lawmakers back in April about what he described as the increased threat of a, quote, coordinated attack inside the U.S. after the Moscow massacre. And, of course, again, remember the suspects in that attack were also from Tajikistan, guys.
Now, if you're not nervous or scared about a potential attack on American soil, you're not living in reality. the border, man, is open. We got people coming from countries that don't like the United States. They had over 300 and something known terrorist watch list people here. You know what I'm saying? And it might be even more. But for them to finally or arrest 8 ISIS fighters who were fully vetted, but how much vetting was it? I mean, I know those countries, they're not going to give United States the whole criminal record. They're not going to even give them that. So they could have made up any name, anything like that, and got released into the country. But the way that I guess, I don't know how they found out that they were part of ICE, the ICE people, ICE terrorist group. I got a clip or something that I could play that let you know how they recognize who these people were.
According to the New York Post, who broke the story, quote, part of the investigation featured a wiretap which revealed one of the now arrested individuals was talking about bombs. Remember the Boston Marathon bombing? I'm afraid something like that might happen again or worse.
But the guy in New York, man, he was just blatantly, man, just with the business. You know what I'm saying? A potential terror attack. And if any of my kids watching this, man, because I got a daughter in New York, you know what I'm saying? If you watch this, I want you to pay attention to your circle. You know what I'm saying? You need to really keep your head on the swivel and don't be in big crowds. None of that. Okay? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You know, you doing your thing. But you got to be careful, baby, okay? But yeah, man, this is crazy. It's getting crazy. That's why I tell everybody, man, protect yourself. You know, keep your head on the swivel because all the red lights are flashing. You know, they're flashing.
It's a disaster here. One of these 8 actually used the app. They have an app with your phone where you can actually go in and get pre-vetted. And so we're now having terrorists use the app to get into our country. And so, look, this is something where it's absolutely, this is an open border and the terrorists know it. And so whether it's the ISIS-K guys terrorists who went after just a couple months ago in Moscow and killed over 100 people who are there in Moscow. This is a similar thing could happen right now. And then just look at the White House right now. There was over the weekend, Carly, what there was in front of the White House is you had people putting all sorts of just defacing one of the statues, throwing bricks at the park police that were there. And so, look, this is something that not a single person got arrested there. So we've got people who can come that close to the White House, and now we have known terrorists. Just since Biden's been in office, Carly, what you've had is 320 known terrorists have come in there and been stopped at the border. And that's just the ones that we've stopped. Look, if you're using the app and you're coming in and you're a terrorist, then guess how many that we have that are just going right around the ICE protection that we have now, the Customs Border Protection. It's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, I fear it's just a matter of time before our intel services, which do an amazing job, by the way, not discrediting them, but they fail to catch one of these terror cells before it's too late.
God bless America.
I gotta let them know what's up.
God bless America.
Are you sleep or are you up?
God bless America.
Trying to hit you with the news.
God bless America.
Don't be a dummy or a fool. They watching me like a film. Get your news, Papa Z films. They watching me like a film. Get your news, Papa Z films.